Hello everyone and welcome to the 2020 GSA BAFTA Student Film Awards. I'm Elliot Knight and I am delighted to be your host for an award show that will celebrate some of the most important filmmakers, not just of the past year, but of the future. And hopefully with a bit of luck, encouragement and support from their colleagues and peers, we'll be raising BAFTAs in London 5 to 10 years from now. Now, last year, this ceremony was a little bit different. It was a huge gala with over 500 people in attendance at the Broad Stage in Santa Monica, California. There were tuxedos and cocktails and lighting and music cues. And we flew in filmmakers from all over the world for a 3-day bus tour of Los Angeles, studios and production companies and sites prior to the ceremony. This year, we're filming this on my phone in my apartment and you're probably watching in your sweatpants. But it's okay, because even though we're not able to live it up in Los Angeles this year, we are able to be even more inclusive and global than ever before. So during the event tonight, we'll be having people joining us from across the US, the UK, Mexico, Spain, Greece, Belgium, Russia, the Czech Republic, South Africa, and the United Arab Emirates. So it truly is great to bring everyone across the world together in this small little subsection of your computer screen. Now, our road to today began on March 3rd, when we opened for submissions for the 2020 competition. In spite of the turmoil and tragedy COVID spread caused over March and April, we did receive a record 691 submissions from over 100 schools in 35 countries. Now, BAFTA members have viewed all of those films and ultimately picked our 9 nominees who represent, in the opinion of the members of the British Academy, the 9 best student short films made anywhere in the world during the past year. Now, the BAFTA Student Film Awards began fairly humbly about 16 years ago as a local competition in Southern California run by the Los Angeles branch of the British Academy. In 2014, submissions were opened up to across schools from the US. Then in 2017, we invited the world to join us. Now, some of our past winners are returning this year to present some awards, including our very first winner from back in 2004. Unfortunately, we won't be able to hand them this during tonight's ceremony, the actual Student Film Award, but I promise that I will be sending it out to you as soon as I'm done pretending it's mine. During the event, we'll be unveiling the winners in our live action, documentary, and animation categories, and we'll also present the special jury prize, a single winner from the 9 nominees. And we have an amazing jury to pick that winner this year. I'm delighted to let you know who our judges are this year. The co-director of last year's BAFTA winning documentary for Sama, Wad al-Kateab, the Goya award-winning director of The Secret Life of Words, My Life Without Me, and The Bookshop, Isabel Coixet, the director of Monsters and Men and the upcoming Good Joe Bell, Ronaldo Marcus Green, the BAFTA-nominated star of Belle, Beyond the Lights, and Motherless Brooklyn, as well as TV shows The Morning Show and upcoming Marvel series Loki, Gugu mbatha-raw, and a Tony-nominated writer, actor, director, and painter who is the star of this year's The Five Bloods, as well as The Wire and Treme, Clark Peters. Now, what you are about to witness might just be the shortest ever BAFTA Awards ceremony. But hopefully it will allow for some of the most excited and heartfelt acceptance speeches that we've ever seen. Later on, we'll also be presenting the BAFTA GSA grant to fund a short film by an emerging filmmaker on the subject of youth well-being. Now, the grant and indeed the subject matter are, of course, very timely and funded by the title sponsor of BAFTA Student Film Awards. So, to get things going, all the way from Dubai with a special message for this year's finalists, please welcome the chairman of GSA, Nicholas Porter.
A very warm welcome from me, Nick Porter, the chairman of GSA, from a very hot Dubai. I'm shooting this from the other side of the world for most of you. I really hope you're safe and well through these crazy times that we're living through. We share the same passion as BAFTA for the creativity, opening minds, and creating opportunity and inspiration for thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people around the world. So for us, as global pioneers in student housing, working in so many countries, with over 150 nationalities living with us, we see the world. And you show us the world in what you're doing. So we're delighted to sponsor and proud to be involved in this. And we're excited to see who wins this year in 2020. From us to you, stay safe, but also inspire, pioneer, make the difference. That's what we strive to do every day as GSA. And we hope you do the same through the screen, through the video, through the filming that you deliver. So we're delighted to be here with BAFTA, delighted to sponsor the Student Film Awards. We can't wait to listen and learn more and develop this relationship over the coming years. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. Okay, let's get this started with the BAFTA Student Film Award for Documentary. To present it, please welcome the 2017 winner of this very award, all the way from Athens, Greece, Daphne Matsiaraki.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. I wasn't actually able to attend the 2017 ceremony in LA to accept my award, and that year you actually had to be there. And I don't even have the proof where I am that I did actually receive the award. That year I did not only win the documentary award, but also the special jury prize for my film 4.1 Miles, and that was such a milestone for my career. I am so glad that BAFTA invited me back to present this year, and I am happy that I can do it from my home in Athens, Greece. It's a huge honor to be here. I want to congratulate everyone for your terrific work. Here are the nominees for the 2020 BAFTA Student Film Award for Documentary.
Hello everybody, my name is Laura Zefferin. I'm a French filmmaker from Paris, based in New York. I graduated with a master's degree in TV journalism from the Practical Institute of Journalism of the Paris Dauphine University in 2012. I then went on to receive a degree in news and documentary from NYU in 2019. My documentary is about the passionate and determined French ocean activist Lamia Essemlali. For her, there is a race against time. She keeps saying, if the ocean dies, we die.
We are emptying the ocean. We are killing marine wildlife at a rate that is absolutely not sustainable.
I wanted to do a documentary about an issue that everybody in the world could connect to, one that involves not only a country but all of humanity. It made sense for me that it had to be an environmental issue. By producing Making Waves, I was hoping to help bring universal understanding to what is at stake. I hope this film makes the audience question the things that were seemingly unquestionable at first, like it happened for me, and to go beyond what meets the eye. The biggest challenges making this film were mostly technical and physical. I had to shoot by myself for days in a row without the possibility to charge my batteries in my yacht, so I had to be very organized and think ahead. I also had to shoot with 5 cameras at the same time, my main camera and 3 different lenses, my GoPro, 2 night cameras, and my stabilized and held pocket camera. I had to shoot during the night and without a tripod. I had to climb too high, to run, holding cameras. It was in the middle of the summer, very hot and exhausting. Very intense shooting, but I learned so much. I'm a filmmaker. I need to show what is happening, but without taking any position. I'm here to share the information, and I'm honored to be able to testify with my camera and to express my sensitivity and feelings through my lens.
My name is Beth Staley. I currently live in Bristol, in England, and I recently completed a master's degree in wildlife filmmaking from the University of the West of England. My film, Scratching the Surface, follows the extraordinary work of the organisation Apopo, as humans and rats work together to clear landmines in Cambodia. The film also highlights the impact this work is having for those who have no choice but to live alongside landmines. The impetus for making this film came from my desire to create a film about the positive relationships between humans and animals and how we can value animals in society. I think this is a really important thread to explore because the way we can value animals gives us reason to protect them. I found the NGO Apopo and saw that the trust between the humans and their rat counterparts fit this brief really well. One of the biggest challenges of this film production was to film safely on an active minefield in Cambodia. I had to make sure that I kept myself safe, but also didn't endanger any of the Apopo staff members. To do this, I thankfully had the support of my university and my lecturer, Louise Heron, who helped me to write a hefty risk assessment. The second most challenging part of this production was to make sure that I approached this film with care and sensitivity. I want to bring stories to audiences which challenge perceptions and show people the beauty of our world and how they can make a change.
My name is Lucas Gilkey. I'm a journalist and filmmaker in Oakland, California, and I graduated from the UC Berkeley Graduate School of Journalism in the doc program. I made the film What Happened to Dejuan Armstrong. It's a half-an-hour documentary about a young man here in the Bay Area where I live, who was incarcerated a couple of years ago and died in jail. And the film follows his mom for the year after his death. Before she could even fight for justice about what happened to him, she just had to fight for the truth to even figure out what happened to him.
They won't answer any questions. I need answers, and I need them soon.
So I spent the year with his mother, Barbara Doss, filming her journey. And the film touches on larger themes of lack of accountability and opaqueness in sheriff's departments in the US, the nature of anti-Black racism in the US, as well as more generally just the way jails and prisons function in our society. One day I was doing exploratory filming. I went and filmed a protest, and I filmed Barbara. It was the first day we met. You know, her son had died, the pain was still really raw, but she was such a powerful woman that I was able to connect with her after that day and build more of a one-on-one relationship with her, and knew that telling Dejuan's story would be also telling a much larger story about this institution, Santa Rita Jail. I'm inspired by filmmakers that make films that interrogate power. But even in certain ways, more so than other filmmakers, I'm really inspired by activists in the streets and people who make risks and are trying to change society and are trying to change the long-term narratives we've lived within society.
I know when my son passed away in that jail, I know he told them, y'all gonna have to deal with my mama. Trust me, he said that. Y'all gonna have to deal with my mama.
Again, congratulations to all the nominees. I am now pleased to reveal the winner of the 2020 BAFTA Student Film Award for Documentary. And the winner is, What Happened to Dejuan Armstrong, directed by Lucas Gilkey. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the team. I think we're joined today by Lucas Gilkey, the director of What Happened to Dejuan Armstrong.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Daphne. Thank you, everybody. This is such a great honor. Just thank you so, so, so much. This award is primarily dedicated to Dejuan's family and mostly to his mother, Barbara, who was hoping to join me today. She sadly was not able to make it. She's still busy fighting a civil lawsuit for his wrongful death in county jail, and she's actually working on planning some celebrations for his birthday this weekend. So she's here in spirit. And I also just want to say this award is dedicated to all of the people trapped inside jails and prisons and detention centers right now during this pandemic. Right now in the Bay Area here in California, I'm in Oakland, California, we have San Quentin State Prison, which is highly overcrowded, and already 21 people have died from the pandemic after a botched prison transfer. And a lot of people right now are organizing around this, and prison officials and judges have the power to release many medically vulnerable people right now. I also just want to share about Dejuan. He's a beloved father, son, cousin, friend, jokester, Warriors fan, so many things. Also, he is, like we have seen with Tony McDade, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, one of the many Black people who have been victims of state violence in the United States. But unlike them, one of the many, many people whose names are not nationally known and who have died behind prison walls and jail walls where there is very little transparency. So I hope that my film plays a small role in making his name known and is a part of this larger movement that we're witnessing right now against white supremacy and anti-Black racism. I just want to say big love and thank you to my Berkeley journalism school family who helped me produce this film, and the folks at Berkeley Sound Artists and William Ryan Fritsch, the amazing composer, as well as my partner, Alicia, and my dad and my mom. This film is very much about motherhood and the relationship between mothers and sons. And it should not be a privilege for a parent to have her child alive in this world. For folks who are able, Barbara is always fundraising for her family at her GoFundMe. You can Google Justice for Dejuan and support her there. And thank you so much for this honor.
Congratulations, Lucas, and thank you, Daphne. Next up, we can reveal the recipient of the 2020 BAFTA GSA Short Film Commissioning Grant, which offers up to $12,000 to short films on the subject of youth well-being. To reveal the recipient and to talk a bit about the jury deliberation, please welcome Global Student Accommodations' Bobby Hartshorn.
Last year, for the first time, we introduced the GSA BAFTA Short Film Commissioning Grant. The grant is awarded to film or films that creatively and originally explore the themes and issues related to youth well-being. GSA believes that providing an opportunity for talented young filmmakers to present these themes in their own style is key to increasing understanding and engagement, and we do this by encouraging authentic voices and experiences to be shown on the big screen. We have already seen the grant bear fruit with Drama del Rosario's short film, I'm Okay and Neither Are You, a deeply personal and honest documentary about the consequences of surviving sexual assault, which is currently playing in online festivals. Congratulations, Drama. This year we had 43 applicants and 8 films were shortlisted, each tackling a different well-being topic and presenting those topics through a variety of genres. Our jury assessed each film's capacity to present a compelling story as well as bring technical prowess and an artistic approach. I can assure you it was an exceptionally difficult decision to decide who would receive this year's grant. Here are just a few comments from our jury.
Such an honor to be a part of this jury with everyone, and just so much fun to look at the applications and see so much passion and excitement from these filmmakers.
I'm a huge advocate of young people speaking out and expressing themselves and creating connections through our experiences. And I believe that the more we talk about these subjects, the less alone we feel.
All of your films had such strong elements of truth, of sharing a lived experience, of a different way of life, of a different way of thinking.
All the entries were fantastic. There were some really interesting issues brought up that I hadn't thought about.
The two that we have selected today, Witness and Premature, both deal with subjects that are very much close to my heart. They're women's stories.
Both films feel inclusive and humanistic in their approach, and they prioritize the importance of seeing marginalized perspectives.
I'm very excited that we are giving one of the grants to Michal Mahmoud's Witness. I think that it's a really important film in discussing how sexual assault is still such a problem, for people, even if you're not directly affected, that it is a systemic problem that affects us all.
I think that Premature was a different perspective than anything I had ever seen before, and her perspective on it is really fresh, and it's really, really important. And as a young woman myself, I feel that it's a really very, very, very important story to tell.
Hi, my name is Michelle, and I am so privileged to be able to say that our project Witness will be one of the recipients of the BAFTA GSA 2020 grant. We are overwhelmed with gratitude. Thank you so much to the GSA, to BAFTA, to everyone involved in making this decision. Grants like this are what allow filmmakers to continue to do what they love, to continue to explore the subjects and ideas that make us feel passionate and angry and energized. And we could not be more grateful. Thank you so much. This is such an honor.
Hi, I'm Sonama Kurtuman, writer and director of Premature.
And I'm Julio Ramos, the writer-producer. And on behalf of our whole team, I would like to thank BAFTA, GSA, and the jury for this wonderful recognition. Your support will help us get to the end line.
We believe stories like Premature have to be told in this divisive time. Black market surrogacy is a new gray area of humanity, and with your help, we'll explore it and raise awareness. Thank you.
Congratulations to both winners. We at GSA salute you for your bold, authentic, and honest film projects. Sincere thanks to my fellow jurors, Andrew Ahn, Pushpinder Chowdhury, Lily Collins, Claire Fleming, Tracy Ifachor, and Lucy Mukherjee. I know I speak on behalf of the entire jury when I say we truly cannot wait to see these films come to life. And with that, it's back to you in LA.
Thank you, Bobby. Cannot wait to see those two films come to fruition. Okay. Next up is the BAFTA Student Film Award for Animation, one of my favorites. To present it is the winner of the 2018 Special Jury Prize for her animated short Inanimate, which juror Justin Simeon called Sublime. Please welcome, joining us from Mexico City, Lucia Bulgaroni.
It's amazing to be here and participate in this weird digital way. And yeah, I remember my time of the BAFTA as such an amazing, emotional and fun time that I still remember with a dreamy feeling, and I love that. I'm very, very thankful for that still now. But yeah, so shall we go right through the nomination for these 2020 BAFTA Student Film Award for Animation are
My name is Daria Kashcheva. I'm from Czech Republic, from Prague, and I'm studying at FAMU, at film school. My film Daughter is my bachelor film, and it is about father-daughter relationships, and it is about how it is important to understand each other and to forgive each other. So I started to think about my childhood, about my relationships with my parents. So the story is inspired by my own experiences. I was interested in how our childhood could influence us and could influence our relationships. The biggest challenge for me was handheld camera movement in stop motion, and because no one made it before, I didn't have any references. I used live action movies as references, and I studied a lot films by Lars von Trier or Dardenne brothers. I didn't have good equipment, so I made the movement manually, frame by frame. I didn't use any motion control. I always look for a new language or a new technique, and this is what is very important for me. The film was made in a very small team. Actually, most of the work I made by myself. I made sets and puppets. I animated the whole movie. A very important member of the team was our dramaturgist and editor Alexander Kashchev, who worked with me from the very beginning. Now I'm working on my next project. It is going to be a short movie, and it is going to be my graduation movie at FAMU. And I'm going to combine different techniques, live action, pixelation, stop motion, and puppet animation. Actually, today is my day off, my first day off after 2 weeks of shooting, and I'm enjoying nature, which gives me a lot of energy.
Hello everyone, hello BAFTA, my name is Laurie Estampes, I'm 24 years old and I'm from France.
My name is Milan Bollard, I'm from France. I've been graduated last year from NC in Avignon, and I was in charge of the art direction and the staging on Sous la Glace.
My name is Ismail Berama. I'm one of the 6 co-directors of Sous la Glace. I was in charge of the rendering, lighting and compositing of the film, and also the fur of our birds.
Hello, my name is Flore Dupont. I am a 3D animator and I come from south of France.
Hello, I'm Hugo. I'm from Marseille in France and I currently live in Montreal, and I'm one of the co-directors of Sous la Glace.
The film is about a hungry heron that is trying to catch a fish on a frozen lake, and we wanted to tell the story with poetry but also bring a slight touch of humor. It was really interesting for us to show winter as a character and how it could be at the same time destructive and chaotic, but also very peaceful, quiet and beautiful.
At first, the idea was pitched by Laurie, who wanted to tell the story of a forest with different animals and how the arrival of the winter could change their daily lives. But during the production, we realized that it was too complicated, and we decided to focus only on the birds and the fish.
I mean, we all know how a heron hunts during summer, but what happens on the frozen lake? So that's the story we wanted to tell.
One of the biggest challenges of this project was to be able to maintain an animal behavior on the heron while adding some human attitude to make the audience relate easier with our main character.
We had to work on his posture and his action a lot to make him alive and being a real hero.
My name is Leroy Leroux. I'm from sunny Johannesburg, South Africa.
Hi, my name is Tina Obo. I was born in South Africa, Johannesburg, and I spent my time going from Uganda to South Africa, and I proudly see myself as a Ugandan South African.
So both of us had the pleasure of studying at the animation school, which is Africa's leading institution for animation.
And that's where the Sugarcane Man came to be in our 3rd and final year. So the Sugarcane Man is based on the Ugandan warlord Joseph Kony, who is head of the Lord Resistance Army. And in 2017, around April, the Ugandan government and the United Nations stopped the search for Joseph Kony. I wanted to help out, even though I was not a soldier. I wanted to see what I can do as an artist. I think it's a story that I really wanted to be heard and people to remember what happened to the children of northern Uganda.
Essentially, from the very beginning of making the film, we wanted to, as a team, we really wanted to stay true to Tina's original intent for the story. It was a horror-themed animation, and we're like, okay, that's not been done much. How do we deliver this package to the audience? We were very ambitious as a group of students, so our film was quite heavy for our student computers.
Yeah, I want to create stories that are authentically different, mostly African stories, to educate people on, what's happening in Africa, mainly children, because I believe that, they're the future to our continent.
I think I would definitely want to be a director one day. I think that's been a lifelong goal. So far, so good. I think we're both on the way.
The path, yeah.
On the path.
And the winner is Sous la glace.
Congratulations! Congratulations to the Sous la glace team, and hopefully today we are joined by the directors Milan, Ishmael, Flor, Laurie, Quentin, and Hugo to accept the award. Are you there, guys?
Yes.
I hear some excitement.
Yeah, thank you so much. We were absolutely, this is incredible. Okay, thank you so much. We have so much people to thank because this movie was a lot of work and a lot of people helped us so much. So we want to thank our family and friends. We want I'm sorry. I was not expecting that. We want to say a huge thanks to our school, NC, to the teachers that help us, to Romain Augier, to Baptiste Leblanc, to Me Distribution, and everybody that organized this wonderful BAFTA session online. Thank you, everybody. This means so much to us. You don't have any idea of what we can feel. It's just so, yeah, I'm a bit moved, but thank you.
Well, I think we will just be repeating what Chloe said, but yeah, we didn't expect anything like that. So it's a huge honor that our little student movie is rewarded in this prestigious ceremony. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
For the first time in the history of our competition, this year, BAFTA asked for game, VR, and other immersive content from universities all across the world. And a panel of judges have selected 4 projects to showcase. Now, having been fortunate enough to work in games myself, as well as TV and film, I can say that the advances in both technical and artistic achievement in this field are happening so quickly, so fast, that it is mind-blowing. So I'm truly delighted to celebrate creators who are studying this field and working with these brand new mediums. It's fascinating. So, the 4 showcase projects are Ginkgo, directed by Joey Tan of the University of Southern California. Katanga, produced by Felix Delapine and Hugo Oliveira of Izart Digital in France. Dear Mom, produced by Au Chen, Kevin Kay, and Sebastian Aldo Wijaya from the University of Southern California.
I'm sorry that I caused so much heartache and distance between us. Thank you for everything.
And Into the Red, directed by Linda Breda and produced by Paul Bullinger and developed by Florian Izikci from Film University Babelsberg, Konrad Wolf, Germany. Here is one of our judges, award-winning journalist and immersive content creator, Noni Della Pena.
Hi, I'm Noni Della Pena, and I'm the CEO and founder of Emblematic Group, and I had the pleasure of participating in the selection panel for the BAFTA Student Interactive Media Showcase. First off, I have to say I was incredibly impressed by the caliber of all the different experiences that were submitted for this award. It was very difficult to choose because there were so many good projects, and I honestly mean that. I also want to say we really need organizations like BAFTA to really step up and celebrate this new medium and all these incredible creators who are really working hard to make this all work. And finally, I want to say congrats to every one of you, every creator and every filmmaker who's spent the time and the energy to make something wonderful for the Student Awards. Thank you.
Next up is the BAFTA Student Film Award for Live Action. To present that award, we have the very first winner of the Student Film Award from back in 2004, who has since gone on to direct episodes of Scandal, The Walking Dead, and Once Upon a Time, although none of my episodes, sadly. Please welcome Sharat Raju.
Thank you, everyone. I can't believe it's been 16 years since American Made won the BAFTA that first year. The awards were different then. There wasn't a ceremony, and I think I was just notified and there was a party, so I'd be way more nervous this way. But it's really, truly, it was an honor then. It is such an honor right now to be able to have seen these truly beautiful films. They're all so wonderful, as everyone has said. The nominees for live action were so wonderful. All of you have beautiful careers as storytellers and lives as storytellers ahead of you. And we will all benefit from seeing what you create in the future. So I know hearing me talk is the least important thing. So let me just get to the nominees. So here are the nominees for the 2020 BAFTA Student Film Award for Live Action.
I'm Anthony Inti. I'm from Ghana. I live in Belgium. We tried to do this with Bob, Bob the chicken. If you've seen the film, it starts with opening shot. You see the skies and Bob enters. We wanted to do the interview with him, but he wasn't feeling it. So I studied here at the Royal Institute for Theatre, Cinema and Sounds, where I graduated with my short film. That year, I always work together with my creative partner, writer, producer of the short film, GSA Bafta. And I connected with Chingiz and we spoke about the idea and the story, and we went back to our youth and we brought it together into this film. That year means good night. It's about a foreigner. In Ghana, a foreigner is called Boga, who gets an assignment from his gang to collect two kids for a job later that night, and he meets these two energetic kids, Matilda and Prince. They spend a day together, and he kind of starts to question his initial plans. The biggest challenge is money. We didn't have a lot of financial support, so we had to finance it ourselves. We couldn't have a big crew, didn't have a lot of time also, because in Ghana traffic is crazy. Moving from one location to another could be 3 hours lost. My biggest inspiration is my environment, because I feed off things happening, things I've seen, I've heard, things I've experienced myself, things other people have experienced themselves. So my environment is very inspirational for me. That's why I want to keep making films, telling stories, telling local stories and making them personal.
I'm Tatiana Fedorovskaya from Moscow, Russia. Recently, I graduated from the high courses for screenwriters and film directors. My short film, Mom's Hairpins, is a true story of my grandpa Jacob, who succeeded in escaping from Radomyshl, a small Jewish shtetl in Ukraine that was under German occupation in 1941. A box with his mother's hairpins was the only thing left from his very, very big family. And his mom, my grandma, used them to pulling the stones out of cherries. I have wanted to tell this story to my audience ever since I began my career as a filmmaker, and I felt that was a high time to share this story with the audience, and that I had sufficient capacity to do it. I lucked out to get such a genius actor for my lead character. He looked like my grandpa. He was his namesake, Yasha too. This is Jacob. The biggest challenge was to condense the entire story into 19 minutes and showing everything through the naive perception of my protagonist, a 10-year-old boy, Yasha. And the second big challenge was to create an atmosphere at the shooting set for natural interaction between a boy and a goat kid, since the goats, now I know it, since the goats are very, very hard to be trained. I get the strongest inspiration from the stories in which a person does a real act. The very stories and persons that can change the other people to make them better, and it's not necessary to always this person to be a positive character. These inspiring stories or cases do not always have happy ends.
My name is Sabina Veirecha. I'm originally from Bosnia and Herzegovina, but nowadays I live in Los Angeles, California. Variables is a coming-of-age drama about teenage mathwes who, during the war in Bosnia in the 1990s, gets pulled out of the war zone with his math club to go and compete in the International Math Olympiad in Canada. And once there, has to make a decision of whether or not to go back to Bosnia and help his family or stay in Canada and maybe never see them again. Variables was inspired by my friend Radosh, who was a teenage mathwes in Sarajevo during the war, and he and his math club did get pulled out of the war zone to go and compete in this international Olympiad. But once I started writing the story, I wanted to infuse it not just with Radosh's journey, but also with that of myself and other of my peers who were all kids during the war, and in that way make it a bit more universal story of what happens to those of us who had to go through war while we were way too young. I would say the biggest challenges in making this film had to do with trying to find teenagers or kids in general who speak Bosnian in the United States, as well as trying to find locations in Los Angeles that could pass for Bosnia. I'm someone who firmly believes in the power of art and specifically media to change and influence people. The stories that we consume through media, novels, and other people that constantly play on in our heads completely color the way we perceive the world. And because of that, I feel like that we as filmmakers have a great responsibility to tell stories that we actually want people to be consuming and coloring their world through them.
Congratulations to all the nominees. I'm now pleased to reveal the winner of the 2020 BAFTA Student Film Award for Live Action. And the winner is Mom's Hairpins, directed by Tatiana Fedorovskaya.
Mom's Hairpins! Congratulations to the Mom's Hairpins team.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sorry for my notice because I just began to learn English and I prepared it with my English teacher, and yeah, I just want to read my speech. Phew.
I'm doing exactly the same thing, so don't worry. I have paper right here.
To be the winner of the BAFTA Student Award, to say that I am happy to receive this award is a massive understatement. For me, it is a magical and fateful event in my burgeoning career as a filmmaker. Your assessment gives me confidence in my strength and in my individual voice. From the moment my film was shortlisted, sorry, I am so worried, I am so nervous. I became more confident in my ideas, in my abilities as a screenwriter, and most importantly, I realized that I can tell a story using the language of cinema. But none of this would have happened had I not been lucky enough to find such an amazing actors. This is Jacob, Yasha, and this is Fedya the Goat, our lead characters. And now I understand how important it is to trust your inner voice when you are developing a script, preparing for shooting and casting the actors. It is this inner voice that is divine connection. And I want to address my last words to my grandpa Jacob, who is already in another world. And as you know, my film based on true story of my grandpa Jacob. So thank you for giving us life. Thank you for saving yourself for our lives. I understand what is happening now with my career and life. Yeah. You lead me by the hand. You will always be in my heart. Thank you very much for your time and attention. And dear Academy, dear jury, thanks again for these wings. I'm so happy.
I've never dreamed I would start my actor's career with such a great partner, Fedya the kid. That wasn't easy, but it was worth it. Thank you very much indeed for such a high assessment of our performance. I feel very happy tonight. Thank you.
Our team is international one, so it's Russian, Ukrainian, Belarusian and German, and it's great that despite of the situation that these countries are not experiencing now the best relations, that there is still space for friendship, for creativity and for cooperation. Thank you so much. It's a great honor for us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Congratulations to Tatiana and to the Mums Happens team, and thank you to Sharat. Finally, we have the special jury prize. Now, this year we assembled a truly stellar jury to select one of our finalist films that they believed was worthy of special mention. Wa'ad al-Kateab, Isabel Quachette, Ronaldo Marcus Green, Gugu mbatha-raw, and Clark Peters met over Zoom to discuss the selection.
Well, it has been really, really difficult, I have to say, because the quality of the work has just been incredible, and I just had an amazing time watching every single film. The breadth from animation to documentary to live action drama was just huge, which made it even harder because I just wanted to have an award for every category. But it was really, really inspiring, and I know, we had a really tough deliberation, and yeah, it was incredible. So I feel really, really honoured, and everyone's got an incredible future ahead of them. Over to you, Clark.
It was wonderful going through all of these films. It's the first time I've had a chance to do that, and it's very difficult to go from animation to live action to documentary, and with so much material to go through. It's been an interesting journey. Let me say this: it's been very interesting, and I applaud all of those filmmakers, producers, actors who have done them. Those people who sat there by the screens of the animation for hours on end, and those of you who've taken years to go ahead and put together your pieces. I applaud you enormously. And there isn't a lot more that I have to say on that, except welcome to the wonderful world of filmmaking. There's no business like show business. And over to you, Isabel.
Hi, boys, girls, and in between. I just want to say, I envy you. I think you have an amazing career in front of you. And, forget the perks of... Forget the tuxedos and the red carpets and the cocktails. Well, no, don't forget the cocktails. But the real perk of being a filmmaker and is just, being a witness of the world and being behind the camera. That's all it matters. And for the films I've seen, you really know that.
Congratulations. It really was such an honor to watch all of your films. I love them all. In different ways, and they're all your children. And I know, look, you're all winners. I know it's only one person goes home with the prize kind of thing, but you all go home with prizes. Just 2 years ago, I think I was making short films in film school, and I've been lucky enough to be able to afford a life in this industry. So you all are way above where you already should be at this point. So congratulations to you all. And thank you for letting us watch your films. I would inappropriately give out my email address just so I can get a job at some point later on from all of you who are going to be working. So congratulations and best of luck out there.
So I was really very impressed with everyone's work. It was amazing, just to go through 9 films, everyone from different worlds. And just my main advice for you all is just to enjoy making your films, enjoy the relationship between all of you. I know you may not know each other all, but please know each other as much as you can and enjoy all these journeys of your films and the journey after that too. And if this is just your first film, I'm sure that you have an amazing future. Congratulations for all of you, and to you, Coco.
Okay, so it's finally my job to announce the winner. And as we've all said, it was very, very difficult to choose just one. But this particular film had such a global reach to it, such a call to action in terms of its activism and such visceral imagery, and really just had such an incredible breadth to the storytelling, from the personal to issues that are affecting us and the whole planet. So I want to say congratulations. The winner is Laura Zefferin for Making Waves.
Congratulations to the Making Waves team. Well done. You can join us on screen if you like to. We're joined today, hopefully, by the Making Waves team to accept the award.
I'm so happy. Thank you so much. I'm so honored, and I hope my team is there, because this documentary was I could do it because they were there for me too. My composers, my assistant cinematographer, my assistant editor that is not here today. But I would like to thank you so much, because it's not just winning this prestigious award. It's also, like you just say, it's an issue. We are all in a very tough time right now. And by doing this documentary, I was hoping that I could reach everybody in the world. And I'm so happy that you saw that, and that in a way you gave us the opportunity. I'm sorry, I'm kind of very moved. You gave us the opportunity to be able to reach this, to make this issue heard, if it makes sense. I'm sorry, I'm losing my English.
Breathe, baby. Just breathe. Take a deep breath, Lord. Take a deep breath, sister. Calm down, take a breath, and just let it flow. It's good.
Yeah.
And enjoy.
So I enjoy it. I'm very happy. You don't see that right now, but I'm very happy. It's amazing. I'm very moved. I'm very happy for Lamia, because right now what is happening in Mayotte with the sea turtles and in the world with the dolphin, it's kind of very alarming. And so I know that you just made this choice. By making this choice, you allow us to raise awareness around this issue. So I can't thank you enough for that. Thank you so much. I'm very honored.
I just wanted to say that I'm floored. I'm so grateful for this. As soon as I saw Laura's her intro for her documentary, I ran up to her and practically begged her to take me on for this project. And this has been such a passion project for me and the entire team. And I've so enjoyed working with Laura and Pierce and everybody on this project. So just thank you so much.
This is an absolute honor. Thank you to the special jury for your decision. And thank you to Laura for creating this beautiful film that has inspired me, has inspired the whole team, and has inspired me to musically and emotionally. And yeah, thank you for bringing me on as composer. And I'm speechless. It's really incredible moment. And I'm so happy that this film, with the message that it has, is getting out there. And that many more people will be seeing it because of this award. So yeah, thank you.
I'm the assistant cinematographer, and I filmed the part in the Faroe Islands. So it was shocking to me, but thanks to this award, it will help us to broadcast our documentary, raising awareness about animal welfare and the weight of traditions that we all know all around the world. So I'm super happy, very proud, and I think it's a big win for us, for Laura, for everyone, but it's a bigger one for the wildlife and the environment.
Could I just say one thing to Laura, Sophia, Piers? You know, we looked at 9 films, and when we were voting for them, we had 2 votes here, 3 votes there, and there was a little bit of conflict. This was the only film that we unanimously voted on. No one thought of anything else beside this one. And I think that's a testament to how important what you've done is for all of us. We urge you to keep going. Don't stop now. Get a bigger team and keep on making those issues out there. And we'll keep trying to find ways to get them to the public, get them in front of people to see that. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much. You're gonna make me cry again.
Thank you.
I'm so happy you understood that. So yes.
And there we have it. We were unable to come together for an in-person ceremony, but we were able to pull people from 11 countries to celebrate through the magic of broadband internet. And it is time for me to say goodbye to my fake award. But before you all get up from your chairs to see if a standard award ceremony attendee swag bag has been dropped off at your door, it hasn't, I checked. We do have one last surprise for our finalist filmmakers that we'd like to share with you.
Hi, thank you so much. And again, just want to say to all of you, congratulations on making such beautiful films. Really, it just gives so much joy to so many people. And it's just great to see you all at the beginning of a very long journey to being great, great storytellers. You're already on your way. This is the first time in the first year ever that we've been unable to bring you all together for the finals. And obviously, with so many local and national restrictions on travel, it's hard to predict when we can do this again, when we can make it happen. However, we are pleased that thanks to our partners at American Airlines, we are able to offer 2 round-trip tickets to each finalist team to come to Los Angeles at any point during 2021. And when you come to Los Angeles, we will set up meetings for you, we will take you to studios, and we would love to invite you for a drink overlooking the Pacific Ocean in Malibu to celebrate your achievement. And for those of you that are already in California, we're able to offer 2 tickets to London instead. But that drink in Malibu is still on offer to you again once things reopen. Additionally, we are able to offer you all a year of free access to our online programming. And that includes screenings, Q&As, educational events, everything that we do. And those who are based in New York and Los Angeles, you can possibly come to in-person programming when that starts up again. We'd love to see you when that happens. So in the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you in person next year and online throughout the year. Thank you so much.
And that really is a wrap on the 2020 GSA BAFTA Student Film Awards. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna send out these immediately, 5 minutes, 10 minutes after some more playtime. Sincere thank you to our partners, Global Student Accommodation and American Airlines. Thank you also to Burnish Creative, to our programming partners, Inner Voice Artists, our Academy Circle donors, and to our annual sponsors, Cunard and Jaguar Land Rover for making all of this possible. Thank you also to our amazing special jury and to all of the BAFTA members who took the time to watch these films and vote this year. And most importantly, thank you and congratulations to all of the student filmmakers. We know that right now, the future looks a little uncertain, and a lot of us in our industry are waiting for an opportunity to get back to working in the craft that we love. But we hope that this event can demonstrate that the future of our industry is in very talented, very capable, very good hands. Thank you so much for being here. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you next year. Bye-bye. Bye.